So with that decision, I had so many parents come to me when we knew that this was the road that you wanted to travel and wanted to talk me and you out of this opportunity, right?
Mhm.
Talk your son out of it. He don't want to go to the military. You want him to do something else. And I would say, I don't know what he's been placed on this earth to do, so I'm going to support him. And what would you say to a parent who tries to talk their child out of a dream that they want to do? And what are ways that that can change in order to so that everyone can kind of be on the same page?
First and foremost, you have to be diligent in your faith, whatever that may be, just because, like I said, like these are big life decisions that can't kind of be formed abruptly or quickly. So by kind of being like intentional about it, like being diligent with your faith, kind of talking it over, is really huge. And then also just exposing, your children to multiple resources or multiple avenues. For example, I was in high school, or I was in band for middle school and high school. I was in ROTC. I played sports. So definitely like different avenues that were available to me, that helped me kind of grow and develop, that kind of showed me like, okay, like, is this really the path I want to go down? Because I had friends that went down, to a state school path, and they did different things with their lives, that had more like local ties and community-based ties. But kind of knowing like what capacities that you want your children to serve in is really huge, and seeing like, different ways and exposing them to that is really huge for them.
Yep. And everybody has different gifts and talents,
Mhm.
and everyone should have the opportunity to really explore those, right?
Right.
That's how I actually feel. That's my philosophy anyway. What advice would you give to parents who sometimes feel that raising, a son is challenging,
Mhm.
specifically an African American son? What would you say, to those parents?
Don't be limited by what you think you can do, because there are certain things that might have obstacles in front, for sons or even African American sons as well. And I think just maybe just, don't feel like you're limited or you're in a box of decisions that you can make on their behalf. You mentioned it earlier, but you advocated on my behalf multiple times in my elementary, middle, and high school careers. You still advocate for me now, even though I'm in college, which I appreciate 100%. But definitely don't feel limited. Jack and Jill was a great opportunity where I was in a program that had African American boys and girls that were able, that we were able to experience different things together, whether I was going to DC, going to Georgetown and Howard universities, or going to the African American Museum to learn about our lineage and ancestry. And like I mentioned in the previous question, just being able to have different experiences, whether that's JRTC, National Honor Society, baseball, football, whatever. So don't be afraid, or don't be limited in the experiences that your sons can go through, just because there's so many out there. And like you've said before, like the paths can be different. If you want to be, a chef, if you want to be in finance, there's clubs and there's opportunities for people to do that. So you just got to be a little bit willing to find those.